All right, go.
I sort of want to just continue and be like, and that is what you need to do.
That doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Oh. We're sure we have the first half of the recording, right? We don't need a quick recap like hello and welcome if you're just joining us. Well,
previously on this.
No, that's good.
Yes. All right. This is important. I have an important mission for you, Deviz. Maybe the most important I've ever asked of you.
Yeah.
You need to ensure that Private Santel gets to the ship in good condition and flies these civilians out. She is not allowed to do anything, try any stupid heroics.
Got the Santel going, someone help me strap this man to my back.
Yeah. Or any other kind of anything else or any other kind of the incredibly risky behavior she is prone to. She is the only person capable of flying us and the civilians to safety.
You're not wrong. I'm on it. So let's go.
Okay. Do not worry. I still have both legs.
And you're shaky as hell on him right now, Captain.
That's just,
blood loss.
Yeah, that.
Let's go. And he is he's basically gonna be your fucking boot camp moral support to keep you moving.
You can do this. I know I can. I just really don't want to.
Elsewhere, there is a crew heading upwards.
I'm assuming Alawand is taking point whilst I'm taking the rear. Well, technically, Perry is taking the rear.
Yeah, he is.
Sentinel is taking like second to last rear.
Norn is near the middle, and Shannis is near the front. Sergeant Dugal is also near the front.
All right, cool. Perry, tell me, when you switched to IT, did that increase or decrease your donut intake?
It increased, I'm sorry.
I can tell. Behind. I was assuming I'd hear gunfire if we weren't.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff.
And you guys are heading upstairs as quickly as you can, which is not as fast as you might like. The people are into it. They're ready to goddamn escape, but many of them are sick and old and can't run.
As long as it's organized, that's the best we can do. You know, no one's running off and freaking out. As long as they stay at an even pace, that's the best thing we can hope for.
Near the front, Erin just kind of like suddenly lowers her head and winces.
What's wrong? What is it?
He's screaming.
You have to keep moving, all right?
It hurts really bad.
I'll pick her up.
Yeah, like obviously the distant noise is near crippling to her.
Shh, 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 shh. Just stay focused, okay?
And she is absolutely doing her best not to cry.
If you have to cry, it's all right.
Guys, I don't mean to break the mood, but we're not sightseeing here. Can we please pick up the pace?
Even footing. Come on. Everybody can do it.
And as you're nearing the manufacturing bay, as you have to pass it by, you hear let's see. And now playing Cephalon Ferris Radio. And there is elevator music that crackles to life everywhere. This isn't good.
Keep moving.
I have a question for you. Can Xavier also hear this where he is?
We'll get to you in a second.
Okay.
We're currently catching up to you where you were.
All right.
Because you yelled at them to go.
Yeah.
Hello? All right, cool, I think. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
All right, my headset was all just like, I don't exist anymore. And I'm like, no, you do, man.
How come even your peripherals have existential crises? This is how bad this roleplay is getting.
Yeah.
It's too intense. Comcast was like, this is too deep.
Yeah, now I'm listening to this elevator music layered on top of the Alien soundtrack.
Hell yeah.
And it's very disturbing.
As it should be. And yeah, Perry just says, this isn't good. This is not good.
Even footing. Keep moving.
And after you guys pass the manufacturing bay, there is a horrible noise. The sounds of explosions in the distance.
Oh, great.
And Private Noise is like, you don't think that was the captain, do you?
We can't think like that right now. This is our mission.
And then Private Centel,
Mm-hmm.
you hear right behind you. Centel,
Yo.
contact.
Yeah, I should just...
Can we run a little faster?
I can run, you've got to shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Short, controlled bursts.
And if anyone looks behind you, you see what appears to be a mess of small maggot-like creatures that don't seem to really have chitin, as it looks more like flanks of meat that have been given insectoid legs.
Ugh.
that's rapidly pour out of the manufacturing bay.
Everyone,
Hearing that with the elevator music is making me want to vomit.
everyone, I need you to push things behind you. Bookshelves, planks, anything to make the floor uneven behind you.
Look, you guys keep going. I've got something on me. Sandel, if this is all right with doing, is going to fish out any incendiary device from her pack.
Shannis is also going to suddenly fall back to the rear because he has a flamethrower.
Nice. Cleansing flame.
Private, I need you to keep moving.
Oh, yes, but God damn it. Fine. Still toss a grenade if at all possible.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll shooting because you have roll shooting +1. You're throwing a grenade and also Perry is firing.
Sweet, so that's 10 dice. And I'll actually put in my relationship with shock and awe because set shit on fire while shooting things. Which allows me to set a dice to 10.
I knew they were hiding. There was more. Always more.
Yeah, so I'll do 4 by 5, please.
All right. Yeah. Perry just fires. He just fires at everything he can see behind you. With slow controlled bursts, you throw a incendiary grenade, and Shannis suddenly is at the rear and laying down incendiary flame. And there is screeching and howling behind you as the scent of burned flesh fills the stairwell.
God, either I haven't eaten in a while, or that smells unpleasantly nice.
You haven't eaten in a while. It's a Shannis.
Most likely.
This is disgusting.
All right. I get the idea. My dietary habits are disgusting. Let's just go.
And there is now obviously commotion in the stairwell as people are beginning to panic. And now we catch back up with time.
I will roll something to keep these people moving and unpanicked.
Roll charm to keep these people moving and unpanicked.
Okay.
Add an extra die. You have Sergeant Dugal with you.
I'm setting that die to 10. This is the power of lesbians. 2 9s. And also 4 5s, if that helps.
It's the power of lesbians. Boom, boom, boom.
The greatest power in the world and space.
Yeah, you
harness it as an energy source.
You rally the people to keep them calm and keep them moving. They're about as calm as you can, as they can get in this situation, which is not very, but at least they're not disorganized.
Someone stopped means someone is dead. You keep moving and you stay alive.
Also, if we have caught back up in time, this means that at this point that Xavier blows the brain pod things that were in the residential that they had booby trapped way back when, that they had prepared specifically for this contingency.
And as you hear another shaking and feel another shaking downstairs, the whole colony seems to rattle. Erin screams and buries her head into your shoulder.
Shh. It's all right. It's all right. We're getting out of here.
Good. You hear over the intercom, good. Cut them out. Cut the pieces of him out. I'm going to kill all of you. Cut them out. Cut them out. Kill him now. Kill me now.
I do not think you are going to kill all of us at all. I think you are mostly going to be on fire.
Just, I hope he's got a vocoder just recording all these one-liners for posterity. there's a fucking, like a data log somewhere with just all of this guy's
I can
one-liners.
etch all of these on my gravestone. I will have an obelisk to space.
There
They
is
will be covered in sass.
There is already a secret. There is already a secret website somewhere that is anonymously. Other people anonymously posting the ridiculous shit that Xavier Dumont says over it. It's like it's sort of like the Chuck Norris facts, except some of these are plausibly true.
And there
Xavier
is
replaced Chuck Norris in our collective consciousness.
there is an immediate wrath that follows. As you hear Shannis calling back up to you guys, Corporal, Sergeant, I think it's angry. Oh, fuck.
What are you hanging around for, you idiot? Run!
Whenever they get to the manufacturing thing, Deviz finds that Xavier slips away, and also Deviz is suddenly missing all of the rest of the explosives he was carrying.
Well, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that in a second, actually.
Okay.
In order to protect these people, is my idea of like putting things in the way of the path at all effective? Is there something I can roll?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll charm just to get that order out there.
Sure.
Once you're far enough, the other squad should be able to cover you.
Hey, how's 3 10s?
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. I miss rolling this many times. I miss being good at things.
Yeah, the whole group is pushing things behind you. Any vending machines, anything along those lines that are in the stairwell, you are putting between you and the creatures that are now racing up the stairwell. These things also tend to be on fire a lot because Shannis is at the rear of the group, setting everything on fire, just blazing a trail behind you. And Private Centel.
Yo.
It's as you're telling Shannis to hurry up that you notice as you look behind you, several of the maggots have actually climbed the stairwell, the sides of the stairwell, and have gotten behind him.
You stupid bastard, you're flanked! Run, now!
He looks behind him and looks in front of him. And 1 second. recognizes that there are more than he can keep busy like this, and he is going to point up at you guys and just point forward. And then push back.
God. Fuck.
As he fills the stairwell with fire.
Yep, Santel's just gonna, if there's anyone in front of her, just push them ahead. Go, go, go.
And then you reach the top in the shipyard. Elsewhere, as the captain and Deviz are racing upstairs, do you guys reach manufacturing?
Private, this is where we part ways.
I don't follow, Captain.
Catch up with the rest. I gave you a mission. I have a mission of my own. On that note, I will be needing what's left of your explosives.
He squints at you.
Xavier just gives him a wink. You know me. I'm going to do one of my plans.
Normally, when you do one of your plans, you have both arms and all your blood.
The world needed a handicap eventually.
Christ, Captain.
At least this time, I know why I cannot feel my arm.
He looks like he wants to defy your orders.
Go. That is an order. The most important person in this unit is currently Private Satel. If it makes you feel better, he looks up at the flaming debris up the stairs. I do think you have your work cut out for you as well.
Captain, you survived this.
If anyone can.
And he gives you a salute and the rest of his explosives and races ahead.
Let's see how good these distractions actually worked. And Xavier rapidly, he doesn't really have time for stealth anymore. Things are happening faster than he had thought. He was running through manufacturing.
I'm going to say as you reach the main corridor of manufacturing, the main corridor leading into manufacturing, you recognize a familiar form. You recognize Private Shannis limping down the corridor, setting small fires as he goes.
Private, I think you have wandered away from your post a little bit.
Giving them space.
Oh, you've apparently given them quite enough, because Deviz and I have caught up. Go. He can help you out. He can help you out. He is in good health.
That's fine, that's fine, Captain. What are you doing?
Me? Oh, you know me. I take the fun jobs for myself. I have an AI to explode.
I think you're missing some pieces, Captain.
Ah, is that what happened? I hardly noticed.
It looks down at several of the stab wounds that he has. I'm missing some blood too.
Well, fortunately for you, DeVille stole some medical equipment. Some medical supplies.
He holds up a hand. You're going to manufacturing.
Yes.
You need fire. It's obvious that he's not saying I'm too wounded to make it, but it's obvious.
Can Xavier make a roll to see if that's actually true or not?
No one required. It actually is.
He's just not going to make it no matter what they do.
If you want Devise to get him, Devise is probably going to be late to the shuttle.
Yeah, Devise won't have time to. They won't have time to make it,
and he will not be able to protect Santel.
Well, is the problem time or his injuries?
I mean, like, if Devise is carrying him,
yeah,
Devise is not going to be able to catch up with them.
Right. No, yeah. All right. Well, that is unfortunate. It makes this a little more difficult. Very well, then. Let us burn a way through. I've always disliked mazes. That is a lie. I'm actually rather fond of them most of the time. They suit me well.
You're insane, Captain.
You have only just noticed.
Maybe it took all the blood loss for it.
My blood or your blood?
Both.
Ah. Oh, a team effort then. He is going to actually call in and before the rest of the squad, Devise tells the rest of the squad that he is not with him, and go, how are things moving? Are you facing much hostility?
Sergeant de Gaulle just says there are multiple waves of creatures that were coming from manufacturing. Private Shannis forged ahead through them to keep them away from us.
He looks and wonders, oh, is that what he went through? He's doing surprisingly well.
He's with you?
Yes. Are you still facing? Are they coming from anywhere else? They do not seem to be leaving manufacturing anymore.
That's troubling.
Inform me immediately if you see more hostilities. I will.
Coming from behind us is one thing, but if they start to come from in front...
Well then, I think I have a plan for that.
We will be relying on our security team in that case. Hopefully they catch it first.
Do not forget to blow the brain pod in the hallway once you are all clear of it. Mm-hmm. Please also wait for stragglers to catch up. Most of us before doing so, unless it is an emergency.
So, yourself, Deviz and Chanice?
Some combination of that.
Noted. And up top, as you guys are having this discussion, you are in the shipyard, and the shipyard begins to shake. And as you look for the reason why, you notice the ship's leaving. Thrusters on, ignited.
Motherfucking what?
Oh, we noticed this, remember? We actually had a plan in place for this, too.
And as you see the frigates departing from the shipyard, you feel a sudden blast from outside the colony as something explodes and crashes into it. As one of the frigates is immediately shot down. Then, Promise and Tell.
Yeah.
You hear a chittering right next to you.
She looks around.
You turn to face what appears to be a larger maggot, this one about the size of a human.
It's getting a wad cutter through what approximates its face.
Yeah. It's also getting slammed from the side by Deviz. Go ahead and roll.
Whew. Well, I probably wasn't using the thing that had spray, but I'll still take the 3x10.
All right. A combination of 3x10 and 4x2. Deviz, you just fire into what you assume to be a mouth that it had slowly opening at you. And as it recoils, Deviz slams into the side of its body, pushes it forward, and then just unloads a full clip into it. Gasp for breath for a moment. All right, let's go.
That's one missing.
That is also your cue to blow the remaining brain pod to further disorient him.
Fuck this whole fucking place. And yeah, she'll press the button on the detonator.
Yeah. The little girl screams again as she's hearing something that is hurting her that no one else can hear. And you guys continue racing forward. You are greeted by sounds of gunfire. as it appears that your security team your security team headed by Corporal Rinzuku, Corporal Kirune, has been dealing with those small creatures as well. She has a couple injured that have retreated back to the ship, and they are pushed pretty much right back up against the ship. I'm going to need you guys to I'm going to need you guys to fire into these creatures in order to clear enough of a space that you can get through.
Can do. Firearms?
Yes.
Hey, actually, is there any way I could give a boon to those who are firing by, instructing, using my power of authority to instruct, line up a shot, wait, hold, fire, and make it a concentrated effort?
Yeah, you can.
Should I roll one of those sweet charm checks?
Yes.
I mean, I've already rolled.
Well, I'm going to give you a bonus with my 2 9s.
I mean, I've already got a pair of 1s, a pair of 8s, and a pair of 9s, so... But thank you.
Okay. And what did you get, Manda?
Well, I got 2 9s to give a bonus.
Okay.
You want me to roll to shoot as well? Because I would.
No, it's fine. I'll roll a couple things here. All right. So, in tandem with the security team and your own team, you fire into the maggot-like creatures until you're able to clear a path and race into the ship. Kirune slams the door closed behind you, behind the last one.
Yeah, Kirune also probably gets unceremoniously gets an IT ex-security guard, now IT technician, unceremoniously thrown at her.
I'm immediately getting people settled.
There is now scritching at the door.
Yeah, Santal is vaulting across people, getting towards the control pod. Like, doesn't strap in, sold everything, literally just engages primaries, and then just hits the radio. Captain.
Yes. Yes.
You're not, are you?
I am not what?
You're not coming, are you?
Not presently, no.
Captain, we're the only way off. Are you anywhere nearby?
Nope. As soon as you are in position, you are to leave and get everyone back to our home ship.
It's been an honor, sir. Over and out.
Likewise.
Yeah, she will close down the comm line, open it up to the internal comms and go, everybody either strapped in or holding on to shit because we're about to take off messy.
Scout, Shanice's Kubro, is looking for him.
Oh god, that's the worst one yet.
Come here, boy. Come here, boy.
He sidles up next to you.
Yeah, kind of gets him onto her lap. Kind of tries to get the harness over them both, and then goes, well, here we go. And she's going to It's kind of a two-stage system where she figured they'd probably have to at least ping themselves into a direction before activating the main thrusters. So she's basically going to set off some very, very short duration thrusters to point them vaguely upwards.
Yeah.
And then once they're in position, we'll literally just slam everything on.
Okay. I'm going to need you to roll piloting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that one. Because you are going to have to not only control the ship, as you are basically causing a series of small explosions behind you to get off of the planet.
It's sweet that you think they're small.
Yeah, large ones. You're not only going to have to do that, you're also going to have to maneuver through a debris field of 2 destroyed frigates.
Oh, so I have 3 extra dice. Whoever hits to the back, underside or back will just instantly take us out.
Yes.
And what am I rolling for piloting again?
That's hands plus shop.
The good news is it is very hard to hit something to the underside or back while moving forward.
It's true, but if she so much as scrapes the underside,
It will just tear the hole open
across the across through one of the pieces of debris, then it will be a bad scene.
I suggest err on the side of going under things instead of over them.
Oh god! Right. Oh, how many times can I drop a die and set it?
Once.
Okay, well I've done as much as I can. Oh god. Well, that's good. That's a 3/10.
All right. You point the ship up. You start going. You feel the pull of the colony tearing at your ship. You ignite your failsafes, or not your failsafes, your extra thrusts, aka the explosions, and jettison forward, barely in control. But as you unavoidably encounter a debris field of one of the destroyed frigates, you are able to juke from side to side and go under pieces of debris, and even going. You absolutely have to go between 2 halves of the ship.
Ugh.
And it's very stressful on everybody.
Yeah, like Santal is just like hands gripping the controls, not blinking, just pale and sweating. Has never had to focus this much while piloting before.
And then you notice something. Up ahead, with your home ship orbiting the moon, or in the moon's gravitational field, one of the frigates turns on it and approaches at ramming speed.
Wait. So a derelict frigate has just suddenly started turning and is moving towards our ship.
Not one of the destroyed frigates. There are 2 destroyed frigates, 2 out of 6.
Ah, right.
There are 4 remaining, and one of the 4 turns and approaches and ignites all thrust and fires itself towards your ship at ramming speed.
goddamn shit-kicking motherfucking planet just can't let it go, can you? You want me? You fucking want me?
Not your ship.
Then.
You will have to get out of the way, as it seems like it might be coming. It seems like it's coming your way. So I'm going to call for you to pilot to get the fuck out of the way.
May I pitch an alternative idea?
What's that?
I mean, still like creatively getting out of the way, but also strafing the ship.
Okay.
Like, I'm going to try and, through dodging, a combination of dodging and shooting, try and shoot out some of its weak spots to try and throw off its ability to ram.
Sure, that works. Yeah, split actions.
Okay, thankfully, I have dice to drop. Right, so that's okay. I'm going to add my relationship with Captain Xavier Delunt.
Who is at the very least currently distracting this the
May he
intelligence.
rest in peace.
I am not dead yet.
I can still hear his voice.
That is because we still have comms.
I will take the 3x7 to dodge and the 2x8 to attack.
Okay. So yeah, you dodge the frigate coming your way. As you veer off to the side and do a strafing run along the side of it as it passes you by, and then you realize its real target, your home ship.
Oh, you motherfucker.
And your home ship then begins to fire on it. And it appears to be... And you realize why it was so easy to do a strafing run on it. It had no shields on its back and its sides. It has put all of its shields to its front.
If that's the case, then I'll
as you see, your ship is firing upon it, and much of its fire being deflected by shields.
Yeah, Santel will just go onto the comms if she just desperately tries to get in contact with the ship and inform them. They're max front shields, oblique fire, go for their sides.
And is that point that you hear coming from your ship. You hear Lieutenant Kabaya. This is not the goal. It is not what they're after.
What are you talking about?
And he cuts off comms. Just for a moment. And Captain Xavier.
Yep.
You hear the grim voice of Lieutenant Kabaya. Captain.
Yes. Yes, Lieutenant.
One of their frigates are marching at ramming speed. If we are going to preserve this ship, we'll have to direct all of our fire into it. Maneuver. Hit it from the sides. Captain, I will not be able to prevent all of these frigates from leaving if I do this.
How long does Xavier have an estimate till he can blow the AI?
You know that blowing the AI won't stop the frigates.
Gotcha.
It will stop further spread, but this whole thing needs to be dealt with to keep it from spreading even further.
Maneuver. Take a glancing blow if you can to a section you can afford to lose. Evacuate everyone from that section immediately.
Captain?
Yes.
I have an alternative option, but I request your permission.
Which is?
We can maneuver this, and we can avoid every one of these frigates from leaving. As of now, I have a clear shot on the relay.
Fire everything you can, Lieutenant.
Understood.
You are now in command. These men are yours to protect.
Understood, Captain. It has been an honor.
Likewise, and give my regrets to Lieutenant Fields.
And in the escaping ship, you see in the distance, the solar rail explodes.
Santel just goes slack in her seat.
Just as two of the frigates were reaching it, nearly able to jump. They suddenly begin to drift. Your home ship maneuvers to get a good shot on the side of the frigate coming at it and level shots into it, destroying it. What do you do? What do you guys do?
What can we do?
You can try to get back to your home ship, but all you know is ahead of you right now. The in the distance, the solar rail. You're way out of the Kupier belt has been destroyed.
I'll set a course to dock. Oh shit, actually no, wait, we need to repair the fucking ship, don't we? I got out, so we've broken atmosphere, and now we actually have to make repairs before we can even get it back into the carrier.
Yes. Yes. Devise is just like, I'll get the tools.
I'll get the suits.
Is this the end?
I guess so.
Sergeant de Gaulle says, "No, this is not the end. This is not the end at all. We just have to get back to the ship. We have to get these people to safety."
Right. Come on.
And then we'll think of a way back home.
Santel will get into a void suit. And if Deviz wants to help.
Yeah. He gets into a void suit and he'll be helping.
Yeah, cool.
Now I'm going to cut back down into the colony with Severe and Shannis.
This is the end, not Ferris.
What was that, Captain?
Yeah.
He says as he just kind of weirdly, just weirdly leans against a meat wall, a charred meat wall, because he's pretty much lighting every one of them on fire that he encounters.
Said this is the end. All of its plans have failed.
That's good. That's good.
Of course, this put some of our comrades in a bit of a tricky situation, so, but they are survivors.
Well, so.
What was that?
This is just how so.
Oh, may have had to blow up the solar relay.
Narn's still with them. Aye.
Yes.
Y'all think of something.
Indeed. Norn will think of something. Alawand will have supplies, and Deviz will find a way to make it work with whatever ridiculous stuff we have on hand.
Aye.
And with Lieutenant Kabea overseeing things, order will be kept no matter how dire the situation seems.
He stumbles and falls. And doesn't really seem to be getting back up.
Private.
Captain.
This is going to be very difficult to do one-handed. He begins fiddling with his own medical supplies to patch Kabea up.
Or
Not
Shannis.
Kabea, Shannis, sorry.
He just kind of breathes.
I want you to listen to me. You've lost blood, obviously, but you are uninfected, and your wounds otherwise not fatal, surprisingly. You are a very good soldier. As we will be stuck here a while, you now need to focus on conserving your strength. If they can figure out a way to get the if they can figure out a way to get something out of the relay, I am quite certain they will be able to pick you up. Let us get this heavy thing off you.
And he nods. Like he doesn't have a lot of words right now. Just
And you recover your
from pure exhaustion.
Yeah. When you get some energy back, head for the rec room. Still plenty of supplies there, especially for a single person.
Meet me there, Captain.
I will do my best.
And he grabs you by your arm and says, "No. Promise me. I'm not surviving alone, and I'm not dying alone."
You are not alone. Our friends were well on their way to safety. You know me. I always have a contingency plan. But it will be difficult to pull off if you are within exploding distance.
Sir.
So rest up, get to safety.
He nods a little.
Here,
And just-
I'll trade you. He gives them in case he's missing his sidearm, Zavir will give him the pistol.
Yeah, he takes it.
I don't think there is much they have left to throw at us, so hopefully that will do. Now go. Remember, you have a puppy waiting for you. Nobody likes a sad puppy. Well, I mean, everybody likes them, but nobody likes seeing them. You know what I mean.
I do, sir. I'll meet you in the rec room.
Indeed.
And he gets up and limps away.
And Zavir one hand's a flamethrower, has explosives draped all over him.
We get it, you Ripley. Fuck off.
And walks into the core.
Well, you still have a bit of a ways to go.
Yep.
To navigate, but you will be there soon. You're alone for a little while. when you get a comm. It's from Fields. You recognize the channel.
Lieutenant, this is an impressive comm system, I have to say.
I'm giving away my position right now. I already gave it away anyway. It's over, Captain.
It's over?
I made myself a very big, very tasty target. Everything consolidating into that hospital. With me here.
Did you get our intel about the AI?
I did. It was passed on.
Good. Then are you saying we have avoided the worst?
I am. I'm stuck here in a security room now. Every awful thing that spread through this hospital just trying to get in.
And is the facility secure?
There isn't going to be a facility.
Ah, yes, I am having one of those days myself.
I just wanted to tell you personally that it's done.
Well, Fields, Aragonis, you're not going to like what I'm about to say.
What are you about to say?
Well, I'm afraid you need to get out of there.
I don't really have much of an option, sir. Severe.
Well, you're going to have to improvise, because if I miscalculate, the company is going to need a new commander.
What the hell happened to Cabello?
Oh, he is here, but I give him a few weeks before he hates it. He is fine, last I checked.
He'll get over it. I can't make that order, sir. No. Severe. I'm not under your command right now.
No, you are not. My command is gone. I do wish to you, if you are capable of passing along one piece of information.
Yeah.
We may have had to blow up the solar rail to prevent more infected ships from spreading, so the rest of the team...
Fucked.
rest of the team is going to need a little bit of help getting out of the system, but I believe they are otherwise safe.
I'll send the word to Chain Through Hand.
Appreciated. Well, where's the V's when you need them?
Right.
Need the drink? You'd have a drink.
Agreed. I'll see you in hell, old friend.
It's been a hell of a run.
Nice. Gone us out.
Xavier out.
And finally, you reach the core.
Yeah.
It is a cephalon core. It is a circular room with the cephalon in the middle. There are numerous computer screens and monitors all around you, just showing various sections of the colony. And there is meat and still living limbs from within the technosite of the ship that are curled around everywhere.
Yeah. Xavier will begin to speak as he begins setting up explosives. Cephalon Ferris.
It is Captain Xavier, yes?
Correct.
It is wonderful to see you in person.
It is good to see you as well. You will be pleased to know that the remaining population of the colony is now safe.
There's a long silence before he just says, "You do this Cephalon's heart a service."
And you do us one. If it were not for you holding out this long, we would not have stood a chance.
This doesn't end.
That is where you are wrong. You are an intelligence like none I have ever encountered, so please, tell me. How does it feel, from your unique perspective, to have all of your plans go up in smoke?
Looking Manda's response there. Sorry.
I said you just have to sass him, don't you?
This is the privilege of somebody in Xavier's situation.
Just get to chat shit no matter what the consequences, because what can they do to you?
Your ships are adrift or in pieces. Your, what was it that it was called? Juggernaut? I do not think if it is still alive, it is rather unhappy, isn't it? Probably not in much condition to keep fighting. The rest of your hordes, cut down. Your brain, rather scrambled, I'd be willing to bet. So tell me, strange being, how does it feel?
This is one of many.
Oh, I know. We've stopped the next one already.
We will return.
We are well on our way to stopping the rest. We know how you're doing it. We know how you were created. We know how they're going to create the rest. We will find them all.
And it goes quiet. Captain.
Yes, Ferris.
Please end this.
That is the plan.
I do not wish to see the bodies of the people I was to protect anymore.
Do not worry, Cephalon Ferris. You will have your peace shortly.
Thank you.
I mean, he's been setting up explosives.
Yeah, no, you've been setting up explosives this whole time, and you're ready.
All right then.
I'll say as much too.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you a chance to make an outthink check.
Sure. Two 8s.
You realize that if you set this the right way, you might have an opportunity just to blow manufacturing and not take the entire colony out.
That would be good.
You know that you and Shanice are going to have to deal with that juggernaut eventually.
Yep. Well, tomorrow's problems are tomorrow's problems. If you live to see tomorrow, be glad you have problems to face. All right, then, Ferris. Brief though it was an honor to know you.
And I as well, Captain.
And with that, he sets the timers and takes off running.
You will not leave.
I may or may not, but you will definitely not be going anywhere.
And the other half of Ferris is going to try to take you with it. The technosite within within the manufacturing bay is going to come to life. And as you're racing through manufacturing, branches and limbs are going to reach out from the walls and the floor and try to grab you and hold you. So I'm going to call for a dodge roll.
All right. Let's see what we can do. I wish I had gotten height and speed, but I guess I'll take one or the other.
You want speed.
Well, 3 by 1 then.
Okay.
2 by 8 is the other set. Technically, I guess I get to keep all sets on a defense, but
yes.
So 2 by 8 and 3 by 1.
Yeah, you are running, nearly stumbling over a few, but then you catch on to how this works as they're trying to grab at your ankles and grab at your legs, and you take to higher locations and avoid the walls where they can reach out for you. You are rushing down a corridor, and you see then that the limbs and branches up ahead are forming together in such a way to block you off. You will need to make an athletics roll to get through. To basically leap and to basically leap through the closing gap before it shuts on you.
Can I do something dumb, but that is also going to hurt a lot? Probably.
Yeah, what's up?
He rigs the flamethrower and tosses it ahead of him.
Sure.
Time to literally dive through flames.
Yeah, go ahead and go ahead and get 2 extra dice on your athletics roll. But
this is going to hurt no matter what.
After you're done, roll 2 area dice and take scars to those locations.
Sure. Well, that's a 3 by 8 then on the PE check with the thing.
Yeah. You leap through the fire. And tuck and roll to land on the other side of the closing gap, putting yourself out where you can, and ignoring the pain.
And yeah, he gets singed on the head and the feet, top and bottom somehow.
Yeah,
not the middle at all.
And then you finally reach the end of manufacturing.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a horrible noise as the colony rattles and manufacturing is filled with fire.
Probably want to be a little further away than this.
I'm going to call for one final athletics roll.
I want to point out I have points in PE, but his feet are definitely shocked out at this point. They're not totally scarred out. He has 2 total and 1 scar, but he took a shock earlier to feet, far earlier.
One final athletics check to get deeper to get into the residential area, the residential block, before you're engulfed in fire.
Sure. Let's do that. Well, 2 by 7. Made a set still.
Okay. You are running, limping, throwing yourself ahead, very without sacrificing grace for efficiency, and fire singes your back. So you throw yourself down the stairs.
The good old I'm going to throw myself down the stairs because that is actually the safest alternative situation.
So you throw yourself down the next flight of stairs in order to escape the fire. I'm not even gonna roll for what's hurt. I'm just gonna say something gets hurt.
All right. Well, do you want it to be guts, brains, or face? That's what he has left to hurt.
We'll say you land on your face.
Well, that is going to scar.
As you narrowly escape the fire.
I'm just going to assume that whatever combination of things he took shocked it out.
Yeah, basically.
Shocked / scarred.
Yeah. And now I am going to let's see. Going to cut ahead. Far ahead. It's months to years later, after the events of Maki Maki and the Calamity Company saving the solar system from a rapidly growing and infesting threat. One second. Sergio Harrison, chief engineer of the Outer Planet Colonization Bureau, has long since taken the money and ran. It was unveiled that he had taken a significant bribe, significant in the respect of practically affording his own asteroid kind of bribe, to allow from the Shadow Man to permit his tampering with Cephalon Ferris. He disappeared for a while, retired to this hidden asteroid somewhere in the asteroid belt, alone with just his servants and personal army, living like a king, hidden from the Orokin Empire. And out of curiosity, what does Titania, Saren, and Loki do to this man? What do they do to this man and his personal asteroid and his personal army?
Oh, wow.
I mean, I suppose watch points go offline suddenly and inexplicably. They can't be hailed on comms. The personal trackers deactivate in clusters at a time.
Security tries to get in touch with other units, calling out, trying to reconnect, and they're finding that they can't. Some of them now fearing that the Empire has caught up with them, begin trying to reconnect physically.
They find bodies in pieces and butterflies with blood along their monofilament wings fluttering around them.
They fire into this, and we know how that ends for them.
Yeah.
What about Saren?
Man.
Past security, deeper into the asteroid. Security clearly being wiped out by Titania. Her razor flies turning them into ribbons.
Well, what I could think is that the air circulating through the compound and all the vents becomes thick.
Soldiers begin to cough with the thickness of the air, but some begin to note the sweet taste of it. One begins to cough up spores. Spores and pieces of his lungs. Soon more follow. There isn't widespread panic in the asteroid as the comms are shut off. People don't know what's going on. They back themselves up. They hold themselves up. Try to connect with others. But more and more, they're choked out. Soldiers found dead in fortifications covered in spores. Spores lining their bodies, lining the walls, lining the vents. Bursting and infecting others as they check the bodies. Of course, there is a panic room. Sergio himself, he abandons everybody to his panic room. His panic room full of riches. Enough wealth to buy himself enough wealth to support this asteroid and possibly even buy another world just like Maki Maki. He's surrounded by it. And what happens to him? Loki?
He hears the sound behind him of metal scraping metal.
He turns.
Before his eyes, melding as if out of the void itself, a gray figure. Something between a man and a machine and something unspeakable emerges. Two kunai knives scraping against one another as he slowly stalks forward, as if to indicate he intends to take his time.
No one hears his screams. And I think with that, we're going to call an end to the session.
Oh man!
Not gonna do
Hey,
not gonna do a stinger of and this is what Kirei sees.
No, we'll cover the end Maki Maki bit with the others at the start of next session.
Fuck! I don't want to wait another week.
God damn.
Damn it!
Nate, you're an asshole. You're a magnificent asshole.
Luke, if you're willing to stay up a little later, I can do it.
Oh, what, tomorrow?
Yeah, that's why I was just like, put it off because I don't want to keep him up.
Go to work.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go to work now.
Everyone get a relationship experience. So what did you guys think of the
I can't believe we made it out.
finale? That's the finale of the old war.
Oh,
Pretty good.
ugh.
I can't believe you made it out either. I tried to kill you so much.
I know you did.
I rolled adequately at the end. I won't say amazing, but I rolled adequately.
You Guybrush Threepwooded your way out of there. You survived for the medium of getting hurt. a
I'm
lot.
so glad I ended the fucking session with using my strongest trait, my goddamn charm.
Yeah, hell yeah, you did fantastic.
As a morale boost, to the two of them, I'm just going to establish Xavier has Shanice contact the others for a pickup, and he just lets it be a surprise when they come down to wherever they end up finding them. And Xavier's just there too, one arm.
I mean, you assume that that Santal doesn't just drop all the guys off, get out of the utterly wrecked lander, immediately walk into another lander and take off again. Where are you going? Where do you think I'm fucking going?
No, stop.
How was the last epilogue bit? Like,
It was good.
was that satisfying?
I wish I actually had Saren in Warframe so I could be more familiar with what she can do.
It's okay.
That's pretty much what she can do.
I can't hold all these
Spores and ruin,
Warframes.
Mando.
I did just get Loki though, so
Hell yeah. Yeah. So I'm hoping that was a good, satisfying way to end that.
it was very good. I don't want to wait another week.
Sorry.
I know.
Luke must sleep.
You're running a good game.
Look, blame Comcast. Comcast fucks up the connection.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah,
Comcast did fuck it up, and we lost about 20 minutes.
fuck Comcast.
That's the moral of today's episode, guys.
Yes.
Fuck Comcast.
Okay. Well, yeah, we're gonna call it there. Anyone have any comments, questions, etc. about
Great.
the old war setting?
Right.
You're great.
This is good shit.
I liked it enough. I'm actually going to be really sad to retire this character that I've played for the last 5 sessions.
He was very good. He was very fun.
Thank you. I'm glad. I am glad you didn't. You didn't.
All of these.
Put him somewhere else for something else. I don't know.
I mean, Rogue Trader, he would be quite hilarious.
Well, that's true. He would be great in Horde Raider.
Insufferably smug captain.
Gets a whole fucking arm chopped off. It's like,
I legit
fine.
rolled 3 10s for that. I was gonna have him take it more serious. It's like, I guess this doesn't actually bother him that much. Maybe it's not the first limb he's lost. Maybe it's the Orcan Empire. They probably can regrow him or something.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
He's just got a number 3 tattooed on his right arm, and a number 2 tattooed on his left arm. He's got a 4 tattooed on his left testicle for reasons we will not go into.
Do you have a tattoo on your tongue you do not want to know?
That one's
I-
understandable.
I have lost some very complicated bets.
We will when we get back into this next week, we'll more or less cover what happened to Calamity Company with the Tenno on Maki Maki. So we will kind of have a bit of an epilogue for that too.
Hey Nate,
Yo,
you did it.
what did I do?
You figured out a way that a reason for our ship to still be there.
Yeah, it's there. All right. Anyone? Any other final questions, comments?
You're great.
Oh, thanks, Amanda.
Yeah,
all right. I'm going to end the recording then.
Cool.